Jason.
Very quickly, let's go to Ebony Hall, who is live by phone in Coleman. Ebony, are you with us? Is Ebony Hall with us?
Hello?
Ebony, it's Jason. Tell me, you're in Coleman, right? Tell me what you've seen.
Well, let me tell you, we were driving through downtown Coleman 5 minutes before this thing hit. We rode through a little bit of hail, and thank God we pulled over to the city hall, because right after we pulled in, we could see the tornado. It just dropped out of the sky, and it seemed like it was headed right towards us. And right now, I'm telling you, downtown Coleman is basically it's destroyed. There's destruction everywhere.
And we're looking, Ebony, while we're talking to you, we're looking at a few viewer pictures that have come in. I see a picture of the First Baptist Church, which is right in the middle of downtown.
Goodness.
What does that look like all the way around it?
Well, right now I can tell you that we're standing on top of the AmSouth parking deck at First Avenue Southwest, and I think that's 4th Street, I believe I'm saying. And our co-workers, Gina and Don, were here shooting the thing, and they said that steeple was basically just leaning in the wind, that the wind was so powerful. I'm surprised that it's still on top of the church. Some of the description that I have heard is that the church has been destroyed. I can see the steeple and parts of where the trees are down in the front lawn there, but you can tell that the tornado did hit over there, and it hit strong. And I'm telling you, as far as my eyes can see right now, there's destruction everywhere I turn.
Goodness, I've been in that pulpit of that church. That is stunning to me. This brings back memories of April 1974 for downtown Coleman. Ebony, again, everybody's asking, do you know of anybody that's been injured? And we've heard reports the hospital was hit. What do you know about the Coleman Regional Medical Center?
I don't know about that. I haven't been able to talk to anybody. Reports that I've heard is that people have been trapped. They're trying to rescue people. I know that there are different agencies from all over here. When we were at City Hall, I was told that the National Guard called and said, do you need help? And they were like, absolutely, yes. We do need help here.
Ebony, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we need to pass this along. Volunteer Fire Department in Tuscaloosa County says tornado on the ground 4 miles east of 171, damage at the 21-mile marker. So in North Tuscaloosa County, we have a tornado emergency now. That's close to Newtonville. That's very near the Tuscaloosa-Fayette County line. Go ahead, Ebony.
So they were asking, the National Guard called to ask if they needed help, and they said absolutely yes, we do need help. And when we first came out of City Hall and started riding back towards downtown, you just couldn't believe what you were seeing. The buildings that were destroyed, and also for a while we were smelling a lot of gas, so they had us move back. I think they have that under control now because I don't smell it anymore. But just a lot going on here, and also a lot of people walking around just looking. And I think that's kind of gotten in the way of the emergency personnel because they want everybody to stay back. They're trying to park buildings right now, trying to search those buildings and see people boarding the forefront. So they're trying to get the cleanup started and try to make sure everyone is safe because there's still a lot of debris on the ground as far as like metal awning and stuff like that just blowing through the downtown streets when the wind picks up. I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind is still really, really going. And very loud, and it's very messy right now.
And again, Ebony, for those watching on television, we're watching a replay of the tornado as it came through downtown Coleman. It's captured by our Skycam. That was riveting live television, heartbreaking. And after seeing these pictures of downtown Coleman, it just breaks your heart for what these people suffered this morning, and they're suffering again today. So, Ebony, thank you. And again, we're going to have to move on. We've got other dangerous storms, and I'll tell you right now, out of everything I see on the board, probably this thing right here is the most dangerous. This is the delta is almost maxed out in terms of gate-to-gate shear, and this is sitting on the Tuscaloosa-Fayette County line. There's your large tornado, and more than likely it's about right here. That's Alabama Highway 171. So clearly nobody should be on Highway 171 right now on the Fayette-Tuscaloosa County line. And again, one note, we're going to leave the radar here. We've got that storm with the debris ball that is exiting Marion County. That's the one north of Hamilton. The Weather Service has warned for Franklin County for that. That debris ball is approaching Pig Eye, which is south of Hodges. So on the Marion-Franklin County line, north of Hamilton, again, that is a large tornado, more than likely, that is down. With this storm, Pickens County Sheriff reported a tornado on the ground in the community of Lubbock, which is north of Reform and north of Gordo. And that's the one that's coming. Multiple people have seen a large tornado here. This is a tornado emergency for people that live near the Tuscaloosa-Fayette County line, all right? Let's expand this out. Let me show you where we're going from here. Again, out of all the signatures on the board, this is the most serious at this point. This is Barry, and this town was hit with a violent storm this morning. There is major, extensive damage in Barry, and this is moving about like that. It's so close, you've got to be in a safe place, okay? See, it's coming out like that, and again, notice, more than likely, this thing might pass just south of Barry. It's too close. You can't take chances with this thing. So again, if you're watching in downtown Barry or point south into the adjacent parts of northern Tuscaloosa County, be in a safe place. Okay, out of Barry, you've got Alabama Highway 18, which runs over here to this community, which is Oakman in Walker County. And I'm just telling you right now, Oakman, you are right in the path of this thing. So if you live in Oakman, Alabama, which is in Walker County, between Barry and Jasper, you need to go to a safe place right now. Nobody should be in a mobile home. You've got to go to your shelter now. In fact, I would recommend on a day like today, if you're in a mobile home, just go to a shelter and stay there until this thing is over.
Large tornado witnessed on the ground at Highway 43 and Northside Road. It's large on the ground, witnessed by deputies in Tuscaloosa County.
There you go. So we got a large tornado down. This is a tornado emergency. And again, if you live in a mobile home, just get to a shelter and stay there the rest of this afternoon and tonight. Don't risk this. I've been doing this for 32 years. I've maybe had 3 days that have been like this in terms of violence over the last 31, 32 years. So if you're in a mobile home, I would suggest just going to a safe place and stay there until the whole thing ends tonight. Tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day, but we've got extremely dangerous weather. So again, this is Parrish, and what's going to happen, this large tornado, and this thing is a very large, violent tornado, will ride along that triple point. This is Fayette County, this is Walker, this is Tuscaloosa. It has crossed over US 43. The next major highway in line is Alabama Highway 69. You go south that highway that goes to Northport. That's an old, nasty, curvy road in through here. Then you come up here to Oakman, and again, that's Alabama Highway 119. The town of Corona sits right here. We encourage everybody along Highway 18 from Barry to Oakman and south down Highway 69, almost to Wyndham Springs. You need to be in a safe, secure place. Get underground if you can. If you can't, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows, and we'll get through this thing okay. But this is a sparsely populated part of the state, but again, we have great concern that once this thing hits a town like Oakman, we could see some really serious problems here. Now, let's go farther south. Our storm in Marion County is in Franklin County. That's up in the Huntsville television market. This is the northernmost tornado right now. So let's go down and work these other two, and we've got two circulations right here. Number one. Number two, this is the circulation that is riding now the north bank of the Sipsey River, coming up toward the community of Benevola, which is in Pickens County, and that's going to be moving up into Tuscaloosa County, maybe affecting Buell and Coker and Elrod. If you live along Highway 82 or anywhere close to those communities or Romulus, you want to be in a safe place until that storm passes. So this is the lead circulation. The dominant circulation, more than likely, it's the southern storm because it's taking all of the good inflow away from this one, but both of them are dangerous. But the southern storm is going to be doing the same thing. These are parallel tracks. This is reminiscent of November 10th, 2002. North of here, you've got these things just like on parallel tracks. The northern storm is more than likely going to impact perhaps Coker, Buell, Elrod, maybe Northport. The southern storm, maybe the dominant one down here, could be affecting the city of Tuscaloosa. So everybody near the Pickens-Greene County line, near the Sipsey River, you need to be in a safe place. This is Union. Little community right here is called Jenna. Baseball country. If I call out your business or your camp, you want to be in a safe place until these things pass because, again, this is a situation where these are life-threatening storms. We don't say this often. We don't say it to scare anybody, but this is stuff that I'm just telling you, we don't want to hear loss of life tomorrow. We've already had loss of life today. 5 people died this morning. We don't want that to happen this afternoon. And, again, that's going to be moving up in the direction of Romulus, Coker, Buell, Elrod, maybe Northport, this one, and then the southern one is going to be affecting more the city of Tuscaloosa. The fact that the two are competing with each other for moisture, that might perhaps lessen the threat, but we're not even going to go there. Based on the dynamics today, sometimes it just doesn't matter. So northern circulation, southern circulation. Now, let's go back up to that storm in North Tuscaloosa. We're working 3 right now. Again, the Weather Service continues the warning for the northern storm, and in the times of expiration, you know, that's not the important thing. The important thing is hearing us call out these communities. This one right here, a large tornado was 7 miles south of Bankston, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. That's a debris ball. Okay, this is Barry. That is debris. That's the radar beam bouncing off the stuff in the tornado. Cars could be in the air, boards, bricks, glass, nails, shrapnel, pieces of homes. And that's the reason for the enhanced reflectivity, and this is moving northeast about like that. So this is Barry, more than likely in Barry. Look at this thing, 17.5. I guess we'll see how high this thing goes. We thought that was a 0 to 10 scale. But again, we have a debris ball, which represents a large tornado that's about to cross the Tuscaloosa-Fayette County line. The tornado is going to pass south of Barry, but again, it is close enough where you need to be in a safe place in Barry until the storm passes. It's racing. I'd say it's moving probably at 50 to 60 miles an hour. And again, this is a small community called Boley Springs right here. And then ultimately, it's the next really sizable municipality in the path of this thing is Oakman. And Oakman has been hit so many times over the years with tornadoes. They know it well, and they should know this drill. But if you live anywhere near Oakman or Corona or in Tuscaloosa County, north of Wyndham Springs, up Highway 69, you need to be in a safe place. That is a small room on the lowest floor near the center, away from windows. Jason?
Got 3 or 4 structures destroyed near Moores Bridge. Authorities are checking for entrapment and asking for ambulances from Fayette County to come down to Moores Bridge. And just got a report from Facebook, a violent wedge tornado just north of Gainesville about a minute ago. And, of course, that one is on a path just like the April 15th storm that went through Gainesville. Ultimately, that one will wind up somewhere in the vicinity of the city of Tuscaloosa. So
yeah,
you're under a warning, Tuscaloosa, and you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go ahead and go to that safe place and turn the television up and wait for us to give you an all clear, because there are storms all around the cities of Tuscaloosa and Northport, none of them imminently threatening either city, but it's awfully close. So the one we're looking at right now on radar is near the Fayette County line. That's south of Barry and Bankston, Boley Springs, and the community of Sandtown, immediately in the path or very near the path of what could be a violent wedge tornado somewhere in the neighborhood of EF3, EF4. It might even be stronger than that. We've got some significant damage reported around West Alabama today, significant damage in Mississippi, and this is just going to keep on rolling. We have just begun this tornado outbreak.
Yep. And I'll tell you, Reed Timmer is on that on the storm that's coming out of Sumter County. Our friend Reed, and you know, he's done this a lot, and he's got a large wedge, and that is the one that is primed to move up toward Tuscaloosa. So as that gets closer, we'll focus on that. But again, this thing is classic as it gets. And again, this is Oakman right here, okay? Right by the S in the word storm alert radar. That's the community of Oakman. So we're calling a tornado emergency for the city of Oakman. It might miss downtown Oakman, but if you have an Oakman mailing address, you need to be in a shelter right now. Ultimately, it keeps moving up in the general direction of either Parrish or Jasper. We'll see how that northward component of motion continues. Occasionally, when storms are wrapped up so tightly, they veer to the right of the mean flow. But again, clearly, this is making a beeline toward Oakman and then ultimately perhaps downtown Jasper. So this is a tornado emergency for extreme North Tuscaloosa County, extreme South Fayette County, and that southwestern part of Walker County. So Oakman, you are the next municipality in the path of that. Now let's go down and check the other 2 storms. We're working 3 right now. This is one of them. The other 2 are south and west of the city of Tuscaloosa. And again, we are getting more reports of damage from these things. And again, just another reminder that this is serious business. It is interesting to note that in Barry, they are reporting debris falling from the sky from that tornado that is down just south of Barry. So in the city of Barry and Fayette County, we have debris falling at this point from the sky. And again, that is a sign that there is indeed a large violent tornado that is on the ground. But this is the situation in West Alabama. This is the southernmost storm. This is the northernmost storm. More than likely, the southern storm will become dominant, and this is the one that is moving up in the direction of Tuscaloosa. This is Alabama Highway 14. This is Utah. That's Aliceville, and there's your circulation. This is not as classic as the one we have up there approaching Oakman, but still it is a very strong indication of a tornado. And again, a violent wedge tornado was seen with this when it passed north of Gainesville. And